working a lot with hypnotherapy and coaching clients, I wanted to just pop on today and just have a little chat with you about how perhaps you may be kind of talking yourself out of things that you think you want to do. Now, we quite often might do this subconsciously without even realising. But you know, as part of my weekly self-care of taking care of myself, keeping fit and healthy, I go to a yoga class every Monday morning. It's a fantastic way to set myself up for the week after I've done the dog walk and done the rushing of getting out to school and things like that as well. But I go to a Monday morning yoga class, and there was a standing teacher, one I've met before, but a standing teacher there this week at the yoga class. And one of the things that we were doing in the yoga class was to practice headstands. And I'm working on it. I'm really not achieving the headstand quite yet, but I'm building up towards it, and it's not a problem for me. However, the yoga teacher went into some detail about telling us, the whole class, about how she spent a long time giving reasons and excuses and apparently rationalisation, really logic, factual thoughts about why she couldn't do headstands. And it was about size, and it was about strength, and it was about not being strong enough, or new to yoga and hadn't quite got there yet, and lots of reasons. And I didn't want to interrupt her flow or even take over the whole class, because that's not my style. I am just I tend to be a person that kind of just sits back quietly and just listens and smiles and nods to myself and thinks, I know what's going on there. But what I could hear was that it sounds like rationalisation, it sounds like we're being factual, it sounds like we're being reasonable, realistic. You could put a whole load of other titles on it, however you want to do. But actually what we're doing is we're talking ourselves out of achieving that. She was talking herself out of it, of being able to do that headstand. There are some areas of belief that say that 80% of what we achieve, of what we can do, is about mindset. Now, you'll see this in sports people, where they do get mindset coaches, and they do work an awful lot on that self-belief and the can-do attitude that they can do and they can do. And yes, it's about fitness, and yes, some of it's about technique, and as it is with the headstands in the yoga practice, but 80% of it is mindset. And if we are telling ourselves, and this may apply to you, maybe not in yoga, maybe not with headstands, but in lots of different areas, if you are telling yourself that you can't do something, and not even just being quite as bold and blunt as I can't do that, but giving the reasons and the rationalisation and the justification and the becauses, you're still telling yourself you can't do it. Now, we will all have areas like that. You've no idea. There are excuses that I came up with about why I couldn't do Facebook Lives, and there I've just done my 25th Facebook Live. I'm trying to think what all I've talked about, but anyway. But we will all do this in areas of our life. But you know, the biggest thing is if we recognise that that's what we're doing, when we recognise that we're talking ourselves out of it, we're making excuses, we're putting in apparently rational explanations, and coming up with reasons, then we can actually do something about it. If we want to be able to do a headstand in our yoga class on a Monday morning, if we want to be able to run a marathon, a 5K, if we want to be able to go for that job, if we want to be able to feel more enthusiastic, to feel calmer, to feel more confident, to do presentation speeches, you know, to command a meeting, whatever it is, to get that job or whatever, if that is really what we want to do, and we really set our heart and mind on it, then we can talk in that language about not just wanting to achieve it, because that still then means that it's an aim, it's something that we're going to work towards and we haven't quite got there yet. But we can talk about changing that mindset so that I am doing a headstand, I can do the headstand, I am calm, I am a clear, professional speaker at a presentation, and that you step right into that state of mind with the language, with the terminology that you use. And then, do you know what? You follow it through. You follow it through with your body language. You know, if we sit all slumped down like this, oh, I'm feeling fed up and depressed, and as I actually was yesterday, I think I post-holiday blues hit me a little bit yesterday, and I was feeling pretty sluggish and slumping around. But you know, if we slump down like this, we are going to feel like that. Our body language creates a whole load of chemicals in our brains that then go through our bodies. If we sit up, tall, shoulders back, head held high, you know, chin up, it changed that tone of my voice there, if you caught that. It changes the tone of your voice, it changes your attitude, it changes the chemicals that come through your body, it changes the way that you think. I am tall. I'm not actually, I'm 5'1". I wear heels all the time, and my husband puts things up out of the way thinking it's hilarious because I can't reach it. But I can stand tall, and if I say I stand tall rather than I'm this little short ass, I stand tall. I, you know, command an audience. I can speak and with the things that I believe about. You know, I can talk clearly. I believe that I can do. I will do. I am capable. Then it's going to create a different change. It creates it in your mind. It creates it in your body. It creates it in the way that you function and in the way that you perform. You know, so you can take a tip from that, from my learnings, my observations, from the yoga class that I went to. You can get some learnings from a yoga class that I went to that you didn't even need to participate in. How good is that? You can feel fitter, better, healthier, stronger, more confident just from the learnings that I took away from that class. You know? So listen to that language that you have about the things that you want to achieve. Okay? Listen, are you making excuses? Are you talking yourself out of it when you kind of didn't really realise that you were doing that? Are you making excuses? You know, are you ending up spending another 6 months working hard to get this qualification, to do this, to learn how to do that, to build up the shoulder muscles, to practice your balance, whatever it is? Are you spending another 6 months a year doing all of that when, yes, that might be necessary, but you can get there much faster when you change the way that you think and change the way that you talk about things. Okay, have a little look in your life and see where it is that you're doing that. And I'd really love to know. Pop some likes, some thumbs up, some hearts in the comments, and let me know if there's an area in your life where you're doing that. And you know, I've been doing some changes in my business, and that's been, you know, quite a step up and a bit of a change for me. Although I'm working, you know, a lot with the hypnotherapy and the mindset, and they're short, sharp bursts of work that I do with people, maybe just about 4, sometimes 6 sessions that I do with people on one particular area, this one little thing that's bothering people, that they kind of get to the point where they think they've tried everything else, and then they know that they need that mindset shift. They need to kind of look a bit deeper in their brains, you know, in their bodies, in their responses, and they need to do that change. And that's something that I've been doing for over 5 years now. What I've also noticed is that I am getting lots of senior executives, you know, lots of professionals, lots of people that are working really hard, full-time, high up there in kind of corporate world or even in their own business, and they're still doing push, and they are finding that they're kind of running out of steam. They're feeling quite stressed. They are feeling that they are having to kind of work harder just to stay on top of their game. And these people are coming to me wanting some help with that. But what these people want as well is, because they're kind of into it, I think, you know, the oversee or the detail of things, they want to have much deeper understanding. And that's really where I come to the fore. I love all the information about how your brain works, how your body works, you know, how we function in the world, how we react, how we respond to people. So I've been developing some more coaching packages, which are more longer term work, to help people really get underneath some of these ways of responding, the way that they react to people either in business or in home, and all of it. And I've had some really, really good feedback from it, where people are saying to me, you know, they're really value the work that they do. They've recognised that they don't have to feel stressed all the time. That's such a shame that people were doing that, you know. And if that's you, do get in touch with me and let's have a chat about it. You don't have to feel stressed all the time. You can feel so much more comfortable without needing to kind of be in control of everything. You can, you know, really enjoy taking that time off and not needing to go and check your emails or have your head somewhere else, that you're not really listening to everything that everybody's saying, you know, at home or in meetings or wherever it is. That people are really finding the benefit of this. And it's really lovely to be able to work with these people and to provide a much kind of a deeper level of support and help and create that change so that these people that I work with feel so much better in all areas of their everyday life. Okay, so they feel like they can achieve, they feel empowered, they know what they're doing, they know what bothers them, and they know what they can do about it, so they can really deal with everything in the world. So if that sounds a bit like you, okay, then get in touch with me and we can have a chat about what we can do about that. Or if you think that that's somebody that you know, a colleague, friend, partner, somebody in your family, then get in touch with me or give them my details. And we can have a chat and see about how that type of work can help you too. Okay, and one of the things that we do look at is that mindset that I've just been talking about. You know, what are you saying to yourself? How are you talking to yourself? And are you stopping yourself from achieving that next step? Thinking that it's maybe not quite right for you, it's not quite the right time, you don't quite have the right power, the right skills, the right, you know, the right tools. You know, because 80% of that we talk to ourselves about, 80% is mindset. Okay, so I'd really love, if you're listening on the replay, come back, say hello, say some likes. You know, I'd really love to hear from you. Okay, so put some comments in the boxes and get in touch with me. And I'll leave it there for now. Bye for now.